Y'all say no one cares, or if someone would make such an artificial proclamation, which I wouldn't even give a fuck on a different note, no one cares about you. If I were to hear such an artificial proclamation of a lower animalistic, donk, critical thinking way of being, and just that kind of zap cloud, it's a zap. What do I mean by a zap cloud? A zap cloud is where the intelligence is thwarted and it's intentionally lowered down by some type of esoteric fog juice, some type of evil intentional constitution of a chemical field that is anti-intelligence, and that esoteric fog zap cloud field, that's the notion of elements that I'm talking about that are underneath and within your old system of governance, right? So when someone says no one cares, I don't conform with that retarded critical thinking at all, because y'all do care about how you're perceived in the public image. Y'all do care how you're seen to whatever you're selling what to, while however long you're pretending to keep up that image. And then after you abandoned the surface level notion narrative, then you could go back to not caring. But like when y'all say no one cares, y'all do care about the false image you're upholding, right? So y'all do care. And then there's another point I want to squeeze out here real quick too. I know my image like changes. And and obviously like this hat is kind of like circular, so there was one more point that wants to be squeezed out. So it's like after you say you don't care, when you do care about a public that doesn't care about you, and ironically you care about a public that doesn't give a fuck about you. There was the point right there. So when someone has this lower retarded critical intelligence way of thinking, trying to have an artificial proclamation that could be for a temporary moment being, okay, so what if no one does give a fuck about me for a time being? That's okay. My intelligence operates on a field beyond how I'm recognizing your particular lower field of critical animalistic intelligent field, that there's a field that wants you there and you don't care about the solution because you're just zapped.